County leaders have approved stricter regulations to govern the construction of new wind turbines in the county.
Tonight, county supervisors passed the third and final reading of an amended ordinance to increase the distance between new wind turbines and incorporated cities and conservation areas. Those setback requirements now include a 2-mile radius around incorporated towns in the county. Until now, that setback distance was just 600 feet. Setback requirements will also change for public conservation areas as well. The distance will now be 1 mile, which is up from 600 feet previously. Board Chairman Matthew Ung says this was an effort to help account for potential growth of communities within the county.
In our case, we have communities that are growing, which is a good thing, and they have plans to grow. And so it makes no sense to have a wind turbine that would block the growth of one of our cities as far as more affordable housing and things like that.
Several people who spoke at tonight's meeting said the 2-mile setback isn't enough. They would favor a 5-mile setback, which is something that was suggested by Mobile Mayor Jim Fisher.
When these windmills go up, they go up for a lifetime, okay? And they also go up for a generation.
Ung says the reason the board didn't look at distances greater than 2 miles is because they want to have an ordinance that will hold up in court.